You are as useless as a shoe shop in the Shire. What other Lord of the Rings related insults you can come up with? That's about as pointless as an orc beauty pageant. Yeah. They're all beautiful. Even the Ents think you are taking too long. Don't be hasty. Your breath could stop a Balrog. Gandalf. You shall not pass. Tosses his cane aside and breathes on the Balrog. Fuss da. Even the Eye of Sauron had to avert his gaze from your ugly mug. Stupid. Fat hobbit. Stupid fat bloated idiot. Hobbit. Your singing would make Melkor sound concordant. This guy Silmarillions. I see someone isn't skipping their second breakfast. I see someone is skipping theirs. And also Elevenses. Afternoon tea. And supper. Didn't the doctor say eat often but less? Not my precious. I know half of you half as much as I should like. And like half of you half as much as you should know. You're such a liar. That your pants summoned aid from Rohan. You blow more smoke out of your ass than a party of hobbits who just found a barrel of pipeweed. Why'd you only call me when you're on pipeweed? You are so ugly not even the One Ring could hide it. You are as smart as Sauron was repentant. If you were a Silmaril, not even Fëanor would want you. Yo mama's so fat. Ungoliant couldn't finish her. You're such a hoe. Your tramp stamp says speak friend and enter. You're so annoying. You could disrupt Eru Iluvatar's final harmony. You're so ugly. You could win a staring contest with the Eye of Sauron. Your tramp stamp one wins. I nearly spit out my water at the tramp stamp one. I wish you the luck of Turin to Rambar. Ah yes, Turin doesn't listen to the wisest Maya, only second to Gandalf. And he rather listens to a bastard dragon. And blames it all on bad luck. More like I wish you the pride and stubbornness of Turin. Kinda both. Turin was an impulsive jackass. True. But he had also a curse following him and making everything go in the worst possible way for him. Galadriel also had a curse. Yet she survived it for 7,000 years and eventually defeated it. No one truly listened to Melian. Except Galadriel. All of them died. Except Galadriel. It takes a lot of wisdom to defeat a curse. You're about as useful as a menu to an orc. You couldn't melt a heart if you had the Balrog's breath. Celebrimbor was supposed to create a ring to make a creature ugly. But saw you and realized he couldn't top nature. You're as popular as Faramir in his father's house. Oof. Sad cringe. Hail. Nobody cares. Son of nobody knows. In the voice of Glaurung. I will take the ring to Mordor just to not see your face. Even when an orc wears a diamond ring, he will still remain an ugly thing. This rhyming expression can be used to make the point that no amount of expensive clothes and jewelry will help make an ugly person look beautiful. Nice. You're so white you make Minas Tirith look like Orthan. Coming from a white person. That can also be a compliment. Valinor is that white. But the other tree is golden. And what's black? Only some gate. I guess it's less of a hurtful insult per se and more of an observational insult. Fool of a took. Throw yourself in next time and rid us of your stupidity. Your mama's so fat. She has to have 70-second breakfast. You have as many IQ points as Gollum has teeth. You're so stupid you probably would have asked the eagles to take Frodo to Moria. With a face like that, you couldn't make an ant get wood. You're as dull as a dwarf's ears. Elves to anyone else. We treefolk dwarves. To elves. You ain't nobody's precious. You're so annoying. I'd love to boil you, mash you and stick you in a stew. This line gets said in my house every time we have potato. Yes. Your tower. S awfully phallic, don't you think? You think he's compensating for something? As worthless as vegetarian menu options at an orc restaurant. Yo mama love beans so much. Every time she fart, Aragorn be riding out to meet some orcs. You're so unpopular. Wearing the One Ring makes you more visible. Shouldn't have taken the mortals west about all problems in America. You got friend-zoned harder than Eowyn. Your cooking is so bad. Even Merry and Pippin would skip this meal. I've consulted the Eye of Sauron and looked into a Seeing Stone and Galadriel's mirror and I still can't find who the Beep asked. If they wanted to get rid of the One Ring easily they should have just stuck it on you as a cock ring where it would have shrunk itself to fit right straight out of all existence. Yo mama looks like Treebeard. Next to Bombur. You're the fat one. Your mom is so fat Grond couldn't breach her. Yo mama's so heavy. She is Grond. Your love for the halflings leaf has clearly slowed your mind. Saruman. When the orcs see you coming, they take meat back off the menu. You're as useless as Tom Bombadil. That's a compliment. You've got so little meat on your bones that even a starving orc would pass you up. No. I don't want to keep in touch. As Gandalf said to Frodo, don't give me a ring. The only ring you'll ever get on your finger is one that comes with a warning. The only ring you'll ever get on your finger is one that technically belongs to somebody else. If there was a contest where somebody had to choose to give a ring to the least crazy person, and the options were you or Gollum, Gollum would have a new precious. You're as bright as an orc in daylight. I know 3 fat arcs and you are 2 of them. If I had a bow with 2 arrows in a room with you, Wormtongue, and Sauron, I'd shoot you twice. It's B33 and a bit since I last read Lord of the Rings, but this is the best I can come up with. You are so ugly Bilbo Baggins' blade would light up if you were multiple kilometers away. You're so fat that if Legolas or Gimli killed you, you'd count as 10. The correct response from a wingman to enhance any of these insults is ugh. That's what I'm Tolkien about. If you're ever given a ring, it won't be because they love you. 2. You're so despised. Only Sting lights up in your company. 3. Your ugly mug would frighten a troll out of its cave even when the sun is up. 4. Ants talk slow only when they're addressing you. 5. The dwarfs of Moria built their narrow bridge specifically to keep your mother out. 6. Even Boromir wouldn't take an arrow for you. Your dick is so small. You can't see it with elf eyes. Fool of a took. Your father was a Balrog and you mother smells of pipeweed. Beep you. You useless piece of speep. You absolute waste of space and air. You uneducated. Ignorant. Idiotic dumb swine. You're an absolute embarrassment to humanity and all life as a whole. The magnitude of your failure just now is so indescribably massive that 100 years into the future your name will be used as moniker of evil for heretics. Even if all of humanity put together their collective intelligence, there is no conceivable way they could have thought up a way to beep up on the unimaginable scale you just did. When Jesus died for our sins, he must not have seen the sacrilegious act we just witnessed you performing. Because if he did, he would have forsaken humanity long ago so that your birth may have never become reality. After you die, your skeleton will be displayed in a museum after being scientifically researched so that all future generations may learn not to generate your bone structure. Because every tiny detail anyone may have in common with you degrades them to a useless piece of trash and a burden to society. No wonder your father questioned whether or not you were truly his son. For you'd have to not be a waste of carbon matter for anyone to love you like a family member. Your birth made it so that mankind is worse off in every way you can possibly imagine. And you have made it so that society can never really recover into a state of organization. Everything has forever fallen into a bewildering chaos, through which unrecognizable core you can only find misfortune. You look like Aragorn as described by Tolkien himself. Speep. How is he described? It's been too long. Yet. Do you know of any bookstore nearby? Your mama been ridden by more men than the horses of Rohan. You are so ugly not even an orc would kiss you. You'd think with a sword like Narsil, Aragorn could shave once in a while. You have the manners of an Uruk. No wonder the Entwives are gone. Your ugly ass made them flee in fear. I'm gonna put a maggot hole in your belly. Give him medicine. Boys. Forcefully opens his mouth and pours entire bottle of hand sanitizer. Balrog these nuts. Gandalf these nuts. Bilbo these nuts. Orc these nuts. Goblin these nuts. That's what I'm J.R.R. Tolkien about. That's how we roll in the Shire. My dad used to tell me and my brothers that we was as worthless as Dick on a wooden dog. That's one I had not heard. You're so fat. Then when Gandalf told you to fly, you rolled. Oh my. Let me just say you handled that situation with the grace and elegance of an Olog-hai. Yo mama's so fat that when Legolas killed her Gimli didn't count it as one. You're so ugly when it came time to make some Uruk-hai the orcs were like pass. Even Sauron can't see all of your mom at once. To a ugly woman, your only date can be Dildo Baggins. To a ugly man, when pointed on you the Palantir runs commercials. To both, I wouldn't touch you even if you were the One Ring. You wouldn't even count as one. You're about as effective as a Balrog on a bridge. One does not simply walk through your door. Your mama's like old Toby. Everyone's trying to puff on her. You look like an Uruk-hai that didn't make the cut and defined. The ring on your finger is one from Sauron. Insult for someone with a bad relationship/marriage. That's what you are wearing? Son. You have as much taste as Cram. You are more of a tool than Sam. Fool of a took. You're so unmanly. You could kill the king of the Nazgul. You are slower than an ant. That ring would probably fit your cock perfectly. You are aware that the ring can resize itself to suit its wearer. It can fit almost anything perfectly. Average cock ring enjoyer. Yurta sells Avon. You're so stupid. You'd try to walk into mortar. I can't carry your fat ass wife for you. But I can carry you. Gimli, is that you? Oh sorry, I mistaken your short hairy stature for someone who was actually useful. Your dick is so small when you put it inside your GF her immune system tries to fight it. So let me get this straight. You are sending 4 pygmies. A dwarf. An elf who weighs 120 pounds soaking wet. 2 men with swords. And an old man who walks with a cane to face an army. Sounds legit. You're as ugly as a bucket of balrogs. You're lower than a broke sword ranger. You're stoned on pipe weed again? We have speep to do. Put down the cheese wheel and get with the program. You couldn't organize a shag in a brothel with a fistful of 50s. I know one that is very similar to the title. You're as useful as a hedgehog in a condom factory. Hope you like it. You're so ugly that Brody Fox made a yo mama joke about you. You're as sharp as a marble. Beeping Aragorn. He's getting that elf pussy. He'll be 90 years old and she'll still be as tight as a drum. Here's my Lord of the Rings insult. Who can even honestly say they enjoy Lord of the Rings? Undefined. Many people can say that. She's so ugly she could make a train take a dirt road to a place in Lord of the Rings.